This is a team member of Team ToooBananas, Matt Rosario, getting second place with that spicy ass deck.
Hey Matt, look at that.
God damn it. Super spicy.
Playing that super Majin Buu.
I know it is, but I've got a dirty mind.
Let's go into that deck.
Today I did Majin Buu. I really love the character Majin Buu, along with Broly and Goku Black, and this is the latest one. It has a lot of the energy swapping tricks.
So for people who don't know, what does he do?
So for people who don't know, what he does is he has this ability where I can't warp anything from my discard. So essentially what ends up happening is I can't do any overrun in this deck whatsoever.
That's gotta hurt a little bit.
It kind of does, but it kind of helps me kind of control what's in my discard, what's in my energy, because that's the name of the game, is just swapping in between. When he attacks, I draw a card. He's got this active main. Once per turn, I can mill 3, burst 3. I can exchange one Majin Buu from my discard, put it into rest mode with one of my energy. So essentially, if I have Majin Buu here from my discard, and I have this energy that's untapped, I can choose to swap it with the energy and put that in rest mode. So normally what you want to do is you want to utilize your energy as much as possible beforehand, but I'll go into it.
Okay.
So, and on the flip side, he's a hybrid, so he does untap one energy and draw one card.
Okay.
The amazing artwork of this side,
so beautiful,
is gorgeous. This is kind of why I love Majin Buu the most. He has this thing where instead of bursting, I can just willingly, once per turn, exchange one Majin Buu from my discard with one energy, and it comes in rest mode, so I don't have to mill.
That's pretty cool.
Anymore. And he has the Sparking 7, which with all the bursting is pretty easy. Sparking 7, when he attacks, he automatically gains 5k and I draw a card.
That's pretty dope.
So he's swinging as a 20k already, which is really good.
That's pretty dope.
So a lot of people pretty much already know this, but I start off with the beginning of the chain, which is unadulterated evil Majin Buu, 2-drop. When he comes into play, I get to grab one blue Majin Buu from my discard and add it to my hand, which works really well in tandem with the burst. So I kind of can fetch what I want and kind of control what I want to charge for later on. He has this nifty once per turn ability. I can pay 1 and exchange him with a 3-drop Majin Buu for my energy, and he goes into my energy investment.
Okay. So you don't play the 1-drop or the Hercule at all?
No, I don't. I don't like it. It's too luck-sacky, and sometimes I hit pieces that I want to have in my hand. I go to an energy, and once they're in energy and discard, I have no way of getting them back.
Okay.
So I'd rather manage it with the burst and recycling, so he grabs them back.
Okay.
And then the 3-drop
It is 10 p.m., which means
is
it's time for everyone to go home.
intensifying evil. Normally early game I'll charge any of these pieces into my energy.
Okay.
Because normally what happens is once they're in my energy, there are very little cards that can get rid of energy resources. Okay. And so as long as I know they're in my energy, they're safe compared to discard and everything else like that. And so early game I would kind of charge any of these pieces and then start the chain up with unadulterated, the 2-drop. So 2-drop goes into a 3. He has this really cool ability. First off, he's 19k, which is a very weird and ugly number when it comes to comboing, but it's really funny. So just a regular 5k becomes 24 swinging. He has a really cool ability. If he were to be removed from the battlefield for any skill, I can just discard 2 cards and he doesn't go away. So anything like Goku, Vanilla Ku decks that combo and pop, I can just discard 2 instead and he stays on board. His active main, pay 2, 1 blue and 1 random, and then I can exchange him with a 4-drop Majin Buu in my energy. So that's kind of what happens.
It's like
Majin Buu.
Majin Buu.
So do you like these ratios of 3-3-2?
3-3-3. Yeah, I like them because the problem is that there are a lot of 10Ks and it gets too clunky when I want a combo, and I feel like there's a lot of energy manipulation already, so I can kind of decide what I want to do, what I want to do. There's only on very rare occasions where I'll misplay. I'll grab this one when I really need this one. but I'll go back into it with this guy. So 3 goes into 4. I really love this one. I personally love it the most.
How come?
Because he's a 20k barrier. He comes out for essentially an investment of 2 to 3 energy.
Okay.
So he comes out for 1 cheaper, really.
That's
barrier.
true, yeah.
And when he comes in, you can grab 1 Gotenks from your discard, put him underneath him, and once per turn you get a free 15k ghost token, which is a body and also combo power.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll sit on him with the board and I'll spawn tokens and either swing with the tokens or combo with them for bigger swings. And because he's a barrier, there are a lot of cards that can pop stuff with barrier nowadays, but with certain specific decks, they have a hard time getting around that kind of stuff.
Pretty good. Okay.
And then his active main is I can pay 3 blue and 1 random to exchange him with 1 energy. One of my Majin Buu's 7 drops.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
So all of these are targets. So I run.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I run 2 Ultimate Evils. I run 2 of the Ultimate Absorption. I run 2 Grand Evil Absorption. Normally, I want to go into one of these 2, depending on what's in my energy. Primarily this one, because when he comes out from my energy, I untap an energy, I grab a Gohan from underneath him.
What Gohans you run with this one?
I only run 4 Gohans. I'll show them, but my Gohans are very limited. But their abilities is just pretty basic for what the deck needs. This one primarily because his ability, he's a triple striker, 25k. When he comes out and there's a Gohan underneath him, Gohan Adolescence, I untap an energy, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And then that's only when he comes out from my energy. If he comes out from anywhere else, he doesn't put a battle card underneath him at all. He's just a 25k triple striker. Auto once per turn when he attacks, and there's a Gohan underneath him, Gohan under Adolescence. He untaps, and I get to absorb one of my opponent's battle cards, which is really good.
Oh, that actually is pretty cool.
Things. That's one thing I really like. I run Grand Absorption as an alternate target because he's OG. Dual attack. I can choose Gohan underneath him, steal the abilities. He's a bigger body, so depending on the situation, that's kind of what I do. Do I want to handle certain battle cards that are on the board that are going to be a problem later, like the Broly's, or certain vanilla coups like the Eaters and stuff like that, or the big 30Ks? Or do I want to go in big and try to swing in and pressure? So that's kind of what it goes. And then I never really go into the Ultimate Evil from him, but if I need to, I will because of the triple strike and he's a big body. But normally, I fetch this with the 2-drop, add it to hand for setup later on.
Okay. That's pretty dope.
With that, so that's kind of how I kind of control it a little bit. Always kind of keep it in hand because when this comes out, it untaps an energy, which is really perfect setup for that.
Yeah, that is really good. Yeah, you basically get 3 attacks off.
Yeah, very light. That's very much.
That's pretty dope.
And so that's what I run here. I also run 2 Rampant Evil.
That's pretty G. That's pretty G. How useful is this card?
This card came in clutch a lot today, actually. I wasn't really anticipating it to. First off, he's got Deflect, so it's really cool when he comes into play. Nothing's really going to stop him from coming in. When he comes in, if I'm running a Majin Buu leader, he untaps an energy, I draw a card, and he gets Triple Strike. So essentially, he becomes a pseudo this right here. But the untapping energy and drawing is really good because it allows me to set up for the Ultimate Evil.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can untap him and then get a draw, use the card for discard for the hand condition for him, and then I get the free energy, or I can use that energy for setup with Senzu Beans.
That's dope.
The Gohans, I only run 4 Gohans, which are the burst attacks.
So why only these 4? Why not the other one, the burn 2?
I do not like the burn 2 one because it's another 10k combo.
Oh, okay.
And I can't afford that.
I feel
and
that.
The biggest problem this deck has is draw. And burst attack really helps with that. In fact, I got its ability off twice today.
That's helpful, yeah.
I had it happen twice today with Grand Absorption. So I took the critical and ability. I only had 2 cards in hand. I used effect, swung out, draw 2, and then he untapped because of the dual attack, swung out again, went from 2 to 6.
Yeah, that's really good actually. Yeah, I can see that now.
Which is a really good setup. So that's pretty much it. And worst case scenario, because I can manage my energy really well, I can go into red. I can hard cast him.
That's true, yeah. He's also a striker, turn 3.
And crit is good. For Go Tanks, I only run 2 of these.
So why 2 of these ones?
2 because text, if I see them, I see them. If I don't, I don't. It's good to get rid of wide boards. I honestly thought that the whole bouncing up to 100 battle cards was a misprint or anything, but
Yeah.
it's really legit.
funny.
It's just proving that they really mean it. I rarely ever play it, but when I hit it and it works well. The barrier double strike and 20k body is just very, very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good. Go.
Card, but $9.09.
The other Go Tanks I run is the super combos.
That makes sense, obviously.
Sparking 5, which is really helpful because I do a lot of bursting.
Because you really can't use your overall.
So yeah, I can't use overrun or anything else like that, so that just makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Makes very much use for that. Extra cards, I run 4 sensor beams because I want to manage my energy as much as possible.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I run 3 Dawn of Evils. I only run 3 because I can only use one
per turn. Yeah.
It digs deep for 10 cards in for Majin Buu blue, Majin Buu 3 or less, and I only have 8 targets for that.
Oh yeah.
So it's good for helping me set up, and it untaps once I grab one. But other than that, I don't want to rely too much on that.
Yeah, because you only have 8 targets.
Yeah, if I don't have that many targets, it's really pointless.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to use the other 3-drop Majin Buus because it's for a completely different chain.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the 1-drop bursts because it's too much burst and self-hitting. I want to manage my life and my resources as much as possible.
That makes sense. I feel you.
I run 4 blue Mickey
This
Cookie.
card is so annoying, dude. Especially of all of them. I love the card. I love the card, but I hate going against it.
Since this card has come out, I've absolutely loved it. I wanted a Majin Buu leader so I can utilize it to its full potential. And it's good for stopping not 1 but 2 attacks.
Oh yeah.
For absorbing things. And when you look at the meta right now, what people are using Vanilla Coup, Super Shenron, which
It's removal,
got hit.
basically.
It's just
It's a negate
overall
removal.
removal. And early game, I'm normally just having my leader. So when I use Buu Make You Cookie to steal something, that battle card will go underneath my leader, and it will stay there
Because you can't expend it.
You cannot. It's not going anywhere.
They need to make a mechanic where you expend the crap underneath it.
I mean, the
That'd be
original
cool.
Majin Buu did.
True, but they need to make a new mechanic about
Yeah,
it.
but that was incredibly luck
Yeah.
and I didn't like it at all. So that for negate. People don't expect it as much anymore, but since now it's getting used a lot, people get a little wary. I run 4 Dimension Magics. Sparking 5 for use. I know I get that a lot with the burst mechanic, so it's just extra negates. Sometimes I'll use Dimension Magic to set up for the Buu Make You Cookie. So I'll take a life, untap 2. Now I have 2 blue to make the Buu Make You Cookie live. So that way I'm not afraid to utilize as much resources as possible. Because it's very tight when it comes to going up the chain from 2 all the way to 4 and sometimes 7.
I can see
It's
that.
almost near impossible to go from 2 to 7 in the 1 turn. You have to stop at 4 and then wait and hope that he stays alive for long enough.
That's
Hence the
true.
reason why he's got barrier. I run. This is my own personal choice, but I run 3 objections.
How useful is this card?
It's good because it allows me to use the next card a lot faster than people. And that next card is 1 Bring Back Buu.
Oh, okay.
This card is only useful if you can pull it off really turn 3 or 4. I really don't like using this card more than 1, but I'll go straight into it. So objections for ramp, really, so I can control more things more possible.
So a lot of people run this card at 2 or 3.
A lot of
Sometimes
people
even
run it
4.
at 2 or 3, sometimes at 4. That's cool just to see it more often. I personally don't like it because it becomes too clunky. It's got a sparking 10, which isn't really a problem. But the big thing is the effect that says sparking 10 if you have 5 or more energy.
Yeah.
So if you play this on turn curve, turn 4, it does absolutely nothing.
That's true.
So if you play it on turn 5 ideally, or when you have 5 energy, then you get the most of it. You can grab 1 4-drop or less Majin Buu from your discard, which could be any of these. Primarily you want to go for this. And then you can grab a battle card underneath it, so it'll come in with its
Go Tanks.
Or what I mainly use it for is its second ability, or any red Majin Buu, and do the exact same thing. So I'll grab either Rampant Evil, which comes in play, deflect, untap an energy. So essentially this costs 3,
Yeah.
and I draw a card, or
That's
I
true.
set up with Grand Evil.
That's
Majin Buu.
true. Okay.
So I want to see these guys in my energy just to make sure that they stay there
Okay.
until I'm ready to get rid of them. And then normally this is how they come back. Seeing it, I win. If I see it, I see it. If I don't cry over it. This is just an alternate card to allow me to bring out bigger bodies. But normally this chain over here is what sets things off.
How consistent is the deck, out of curiosity?
This deck is actually really consistent. If I were to really change anything, I would change a couple ratios between the 7 drops. Or even just these. They're in there just because they hit them, the 4-drop tanks. I like them because of how wide people go when it comes to swarming the board. But it's just an alternate thing to hit with. I like utilizing the cards to their best potential. So having an extra go tanks on board without me trying to willingly waste a super combo just so I can get an extra body on board.
That's true.
Is not the most ideal thing, but if it happens, it happens. I tried this at 2, I tried this at 3, I just didn't like it. I either never saw it or it would get milled and I can't grab extra cards back. Like I said, if I saw it, I was happy. If I didn't, it was whatever. But that's pretty much my Majin Buu deck.
So what was your matchups today?
My matchups were, I played 2 vanilla Ku decks, 1 blue, both of them were yellow. One of them was actually primarily like just pure on black. And then I played 1 Frieza prison deck, the mono red build, and got hit with this SCR.
Oh, wow.
Willingly took that hit, and
I feel you.
I was at 5 lives, so I was feeling, balls deep. Sure, why not? And the only cards in my hand were negates, so that's perfectly fine. I was just being ballsy, and I took the hit, and I still managed to survive that. So
that's awesome, bro.
That was.
You didn't beat me with those cookies, bro. 4 cookies in your hand.
And then I played Team Captain over here with his Broly Vegito deck.
I had to drop all my Shugeshis to keep my shit alive.
He dropped every single Shugesh because I'm very familiar with how the deck plays. So essentially, I held on to all the Buu cookies. I saw 1, and then he went full on, attacked me with Bardock like 3 times, turn 1, turn 2, and I found 2 to 3 more Buu cookies from my life and utilized them.
That hurt so bad because the only yellow in my hands were the Shugeshes.
Yeah, so it made him waste his yellow energy for Shugesh and battering to prevent me from stealing his stuff.
And he's still cooking my stuff.
Which I ended up doing anyway.
He's still cooking it, so there's no point.
It's honestly whatever. So that's kind of how the deck really runs. Could it be better? Yeah, the mechanic is still weird and it has a lot of setup to do. You have to think really hard on what your plays are going to be. But I love Majin Buu.
Majin Buu's pretty awesome.
Majin Buu, Broly, and Goku Black.
Well, congratulations, man. Like, you did amazing today, 2nd place.
I got 2nd place.
Even the game you lost was, like, super close.
We were both at 1 life, and he got me in the weirdest way possible. It was so
that shit was hella spicy.
It was super spicy, but I can't admit, that was really good. If he didn't get me that one round, he had to deal 1 damage to me guaranteed. If not, then I had 2 of the 7 drops, 1 of each, on board, ready to go at him. So it was really clutch. We were both literally sweating at the end of it. So, but yeah, that's my Majin Buu.
Team ToooBananas signing out. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, most definitely.
Peace out, bitches.
Juices.